Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer, and I have some messages for you. I just posted the last video, and I rewatched it, and I realized I need to add some important things. So one is in talking about authenticity and attachment and how that need may not be met in childhood, to have both at the same time. We give up some of that authenticity to make sure we are pleasing our attachment figures, and we learn how to suppress emotions to keep the attachment figures happy with us so we don't lose that attachment. So after rewatching that, I realized many of you might want to know, what do we do now with our children? I said the best intentioned parents can be sending that message. And so let me share just a few ideas, and they're pretty basic because parenting is very difficult, and you do need to be patient with yourself too. But the first thing I would say is be a gentle parent. Try so hard to be a gentle parent so that your children's nervous systems can feel regulated when they come to you, and your own reactions aren't dysregulating their nervous system and making them go into fight or flight or feel afraid. So your own nervous system regulated makes you approachable and safe to help regulate them. So being gentle. But what do we do when we feel like their reactions and behaviors and emotions aren't acceptable? Well, if you really hold a space of dignity for another person, think how you interact with other adults. You want to look at that person as, they are having this experience inside of themselves. Maybe they're having a tantrum. And we just want to send signals that they are still valued and important. They won't be rejected or abandoned. And there is a way to gently help them get into regulation or learn better behaviors or calm down if they need to. But sending the message that they are loved, that you're present, that you're not going to abandon them. And then the most important piece, I think, and this has to do with validation in any of our relationships, even in our adult relationships. And this concept comes up a lot when I counsel couples, is to how to validate someone in their experience. So I had a client once who was struggling with a daughter with anxiety, and she came to me. She's like, I keep telling her everything's fine and there's no reason, for you to be feeling this way. And I'm reassuring her that, she's safe or the doors are locked or whatever this is. And again, so well intentioned and wanting to give the child reasons to not be having anxiety. But what we really want to teach children is self-trust. So if she's having feelings, what if we said something like, this must feel really scary. Something inside you is saying to be afraid. I wonder where this comes from. And maybe we could explore this together. But something inside you is sending a signal that you're worried and anxious. And so you send the message of that they can trust themselves. And one thing to remember in validation, I've heard it said, but what if they're wrong though? They shouldn't be afraid. And so I want to convince them not to. But that's not the point. The point is we want to teach self-trust. Self-trust. And, it just feels so good when that gets validated. Like, no wonders you're feeling that way. Doesn't it feel good when someone says that to you? Like, no wonders you're feeling that way. And maybe it is an irrational thought, and maybe it's an untrue thought. But when someone says to you, gosh, that makes perfect sense, with what I know about, what's going on at school, and your one friend got mad at you, gosh, it just makes sense that you would be feeling this way. That has the effect that we're looking for, which is to calm down and to really learn more and more that they can trust themselves, that their feelings come from somewhere. So when they get messages of, why are you feeling that way? You have no reason to be feeling that way. You're safe and nothing's wrong. They're getting a message of, that they're stupid for feeling that way, or that they shouldn't be feeling that way. So understanding how to validate is really important in regulating our kids. So I hope this is helpful. I also said in the last video that I had 2 things I wanted to share related to cognitive dissonance. And so my next video is going to be that second thing. So stay tuned. See you next time.